It was a brisk Monday morning when Daniel, a humble-looking delivery man in his late 30s, walked into the lobby of Omega Enterprises, a leading tech company in the city. Wearing a slightly oversized uniform and carrying a large parcel, Daniel seemed out of place amidst the polished marble floors, glass walls, and impeccably dressed professionals buzzing about. The receptionist, a young woman named Sarah, greeted him with a polite smile. "Good morning. How can I help you?" "I'm here to deliver a package," Daniel said with a calm voice, pulling out a delivery note. "It's for the CEO's office. Can you direct me there?" Sarah hesitated. "The CEO is in a board meeting right now. Maybe someone else can—" "It's marked urgent," Daniel replied. "I'll be quick. Just point me to the meeting room." Reluctantly, Sarah gestured toward the 15th floor. Daniel nodded in thanks and made his way to the elevator, oblivious to the curious stares of employees around him. As the elevator doors closed, Daniel adjusted his cap and took a deep breath. Today was going to be a pivotal day. When the elevator dinged open on the 15th floor, Daniel found himself outside a sleek conference room with a large glass wall. Inside, the company's leadership team sat around a long table, deep in discussion. The CEO, a man named Richard Grayson, was seated at the head, exuding an air of arrogance as he regaled the group with an animated story that had everyone laughing. Daniel knocked on the door gently. Heads turned toward him, and the room fell silent. For a moment, nobody moved. Then Richard raised an eyebrow and smirked. "Yes? Can we help you?" "I have a delivery for Mr. Grayson," Daniel said, holding up the package. The executives exchanged amused glances. One of them, a sharply dressed woman, snickered. "A delivery in the middle of a meeting?" Richard leaned back in his chair, a mocking grin on his face. "You couldn't have left it with reception?" "It's marked urgent," Daniel replied, unfazed by their dismissive attitudes. Richard motioned for him to come in. As Daniel entered the room, the executive's laughter resumed, now directed at him. Someone whispered loudly, "What kind of delivery guy barges into a board meeting?" Another quipped, "Maybe he got lost." Poor guy. Daniel walked to the head of the table and placed the package in front of Richard. "Here you go, sir." Richard didn't even glance at the package. Instead, he looked Daniel up and down, his grin widening. "Nice uniform. Must be a glamorous job, running around delivering packages all day." The room erupted in laughter. Daniel stood quietly, his expression unreadable. "Tell me," Richard continued, leaning forward, "what's the most exciting part of your job? Dropping off the wrong package? Getting a free cup of coffee from someone feeling sorry for you?" The laughter grew louder, and Daniel could feel the weight of their derision. Yet he remained calm, his gaze steady. "I'm just here to do my job," he said simply, "but it's interesting to see how you treat people." Richard waved a dismissive hand. "Oh, lighten up, man. We're just having a bit of fun. No harm done." Daniel didn't respond. Instead, he turned and walked toward the door. Before leaving, he paused and looked back. "Actually, there's one more thing." The room quieted, sensing a shift in his tone. Daniel reached up and removed his cap. His posture straightened, and his demeanor changed entirely. Gone was the unassuming delivery man. In his place stood a confident, commanding figure. "My name is Daniel Carter," he announced, his voice resonating with authority. "I'm the owner of this company." The room froze. The color drained from Richard's face. The executives stared in stunned silence, struggling to process what they'd just heard. Daniel continued, walking back to the table. "I started this company 10 years ago with nothing but an idea and a lot of hard work. Over the years, I've watched it grow from a small startup into one of the leading tech firms in the country. But lately, I've noticed a problem. an attitude problem. His eyes swept across the room, locking onto each executive one by one. I wanted to see for myself how the leadership team treats people who they think are beneath them. And now I've seen enough. The executives squirmed in their seats, the arrogance that had filled the room moments ago, replaced by discomfort and fear. Richard tried to regain his composure. Mr. Carter, Save it, Daniel interrupted sharply. Your behavior speaks volumes. Mocking someone because of their job, laughing at the people who keep this company running. That's not leadership, that's entitlement. He turned to Richard. And you, Mr. Grayson, the CEO I trusted to uphold the values of this company. You've not only failed in that responsibility, but you've also shown a lack of respect and decency that I cannot tolerate. Richard's jaw dropped. Mr. Carter, please, I can explain. You don't need to explain, Daniel said coldly. You're fired, effective immediately. The room gasped. Richard stood up, stammering. You can't? I just did, Daniel said firmly. Pack your things and leave. Turning to the rest of the executives, Daniel added, let this be a wake-up call. This company was built on respect, integrity, and hard work. If any of you think you're above those principles, you're free to join Mr. Grayson on your way out. The room was deathly silent as Daniel picked up the package he'd delivered, one he'd placed there as a test, empty except for a handwritten note that read, how you treat others defines who you are. Without another word, Daniel walked out, leaving the executives to reflect on their actions. The ripple effect of that day would be felt throughout Omega Enterprises as the company underwent a profound transformation under Daniel's watchful eye. Respect had returned to the heart of the business, and everyone knew, whether delivery man or CEO, every role mattered. As Daniel left the room, one thing became clear. Respect and humility are non-negotiable, no matter your position in life. This powerful story is a reminder that how you treat others defines who you truly are. If this message resonated with you, don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more inspiring stories and life lessons. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss a video. Thank you for watching, and remember, kindness always wins.